everybody. This is Racquel Palmese. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesdays. I'm really glad to see you here, and for my first time doing this live on Instagram, so I am being stretched and asked to grow and asked to hold my own in a storm of chaos and everything else that's going on right now. So what started coming in today for this bit of wisdom to stream through for all of you and for me too is relevant to the goings on of what's happening right now, but perhaps in a different way. As some of you might have read on the caption for the introduction for this Wisdom Wednesday, this is a time of really choosing to be on the spirit path. And what that means in terms of what's going on today is what I'd like to talk about, because it's really crucial, it's really vital for all of us now to be able to walk our talk. Even if we don't know exactly what that means, we've been pretty good at talking our walk, many of us. But to walk that talk, this is a whole other order of magnitude. And I would like to impart to you energetically, to support you energetically, to support you along the lines of spirit coming in to support us all, to be with the changes and to be able to navigate the energy fields that are abounding right now. And as I said in the introduction, there are many, many forces at work with us. Many of the existing structures and programs and ideas about the way society and civilization and human beings work is crumbling before our eyes. This is no small thing that's going on, and we haven't really seen it in this aspect before. We've gone through wars, we've gone through major changes, we've gone through rebellions, especially in my lifetime, from women's liberation to civil rights, really dramatic Vietnam War, ending of World War II, coming out of a Great Depression, and the many, many things that have just tumultuously erupted on our planet. But we have seen actually nothing like this. Because what's happening now, between a virus holding us in place and almost forcing us to look introspectively at our lives, to make some decisions in the stillness about who we are, how do we want to emerge from this cocooning. And there's many beautiful voices speaking about this, and I'm so happy to hear them and see them and know them and work with them and see them blossoming out over time and really taking the bits in their teeth and launching themselves into facilitations of various kinds. It's beautiful, and they have an awareness. There's not just a lot of time to waste right now. It's like the ball is rolling down the snowy hill, and it's gathering snow, it's gathering ice as it rolls. It's getting bigger and bigger, and it's going to be an unstoppable force. Who do we want to be in the context of all this? So we think of things in terms of what we want to do about it. And we don't know. We look into the future, and the future seems very blurry, it seems, because we don't know. And there's a lot of fear about our place in it, the crumbling of our socioeconomic infrastructure that's happening now. We may be able to patch it together again enough to serve us, but it's never really going to be the same, and it's not meant to be. So take a minute and just feel into this a little bit. Take some breaths, if you will. Feel into the great change that is happening. Where do you want to be in all this? Who do you want to be in all this? Not what do you want to do, because we don't really know that. We can't know that because we don't even know what the options are going to be in the doing this. But who do you want to be? Listen. Listen carefully with your inner ears. Listen for a faint echo, a small voice that's calling you into service, maybe calling you into an embodiment of your spirit so that you can be connected to all the creative forces in the universe that are here now. And allow yourself to feel an expansion as you breathe and a connection to those forces. They are unique to you. They are you. They define you spiritually, and hopefully they will define you in life as well. You feel yourself. At this time, it is so easy to get swept up in the activities of the day. And my God, it's wonderful to go on the marches and wear a mask. Sure, we're going to see a spike in this virus. But whatever you're doing, it's best not to get caught up in the chaos of the moment. It's best to stay still, to really be still, to really look deeper, feel the embodiment of your spirit, and that is spirit self of yours that is connected to all there is, looking out through your eyes, listening through your ears, all the senses activated that spirit of you is engaged in, living life right with you. It's like hosting an angel. Feel it. Hello, everybody that's coming on. Very nice to see you. And as you're looking out through these eyes, wherever you are, get really quiet. We have made a lot of assumptions. We have developed a lot of names for things, like racism, unfairness, all kinds of names. We call each other all these names: black, white, brown. And the labels themselves are limiting factors, and they limit our vision and our knowing of each other. And if we are to really deal with the underlying problems of this amazing nation, and indeed of this amazing world, we can't stop at the labels. We have to be able to open our eyes and really look. So if you're in a march right now, or have been, or will be, or if you're seeing it on television, it's easy to get caught up in the overall energy of it. And it's horrifying, some of it, and some of it is beautiful. And it affects our emotions. And it's easy to stop at the emotional charge that it gives us one way or the other, or every way all at once. And we absorb it and we take on that energy. But when we're embodied, when we're actually looking out through the eyes of our spirit self, We are not looking at a mass of people or tanks or soldiers or horses with shields over their faces. People weeping. We're not looking at that. We're going real slow. We're looking deeply beyond the labels and names, beyond the emotional charge of it all. We're seeking deeply to see more. See the energy of each individual person, their hopes and dreams, their anger, rage, their grief, sadness, doubt, hopelessness, elation to finally have a platform to speak, to raise their voices, to feel the breath, to breathe together, to find each other. It is beyond hope. We don't need hope. We don't need to cast ourselves into the future that, oh, please let it be better. We need to look right now and see what's real. What is really real? Look at the face next to you or on the screen as you watch the newscasts or in the amazing photojournalism that's coming out every day, capturing images closely, carefully, without judgment, without preconceived notions. Open your heart. Look in this moment. Look at what is. And feel yourself responding to exactly what is, not in judgment. Oh, that person's got a tattoo. Oh, I know. They must be this, that. Oh, that person's white. That person's black. They must be here. They must be there. They must be thinking this or that. They must be feeling this or that. We don't know. You don't know. I don't know. Choosing the path of spirit is a very profound choice to make right now. It doesn't mean that we place ourselves above. It doesn't mean that we lift ourselves out of the fray. It doesn't mean that we fly up into spirit realms to avoid having to deal with any of this or to look arrogantly down on it. That is not what God does. God is in the midst of it all. God is everywhere. And the angels, guides, spirit beings, light beings, whatever. We have names for all these things too. We're better off not naming anything, really. Think about it. As soon as you name something, it has an identity and characteristics that we all agree on. I guess we need names for things. But we don't really need to rest on those names. A flower is a flower, is a rose, until you really start looking into it deeply. And the names of the fibers and sinews and thorns fall away. And you see a being of life in that rose. You see a communication in that rose. You see it responding to you. You feel it, look at it through your spirit eyes. Open them. Open your heart to look, see what is going on around you. Look at the looters breaking the windows, flying into the stores. Catch a face if you can. Catch a face of that being, arms full of shoes or guns. The desperation in that face. And even that is a name. Even that is a limiting judgment of that person. We don't know. We have no idea what's going on there. But we can try to look. We can try to open and not have to figure it out, but hold that being someplace within us beyond judgment as part of a reality that exists here, as part of an energetic that we have all woven together, that we are all complicit and implicit in, that we are all part of, even if we're not the ones acting out. We are still part of it, connected to it, and responsible for it, indeed. Choosing the path of spirit is an opportunity right now to surrender our way of thinking, not just our way of life, not just our acquisitiveness and our ideas about what's good and what's bad, but surrendering the way we think, surrendering it to the cause of creation, as my teacher used to say, bless him, for all these gifts he's given me. The cause of creation, to surrender to that. He also used to call it the corporation of creation, and he would speak of the levels and realms of spirit as they exist, that he has seen in his existence and was able to recapture here, because he chose over and over in every minute of every day to open his eyes and be on the path of spirit, to walk as closely as a divine being as possible here. And again, that does not mean to separate ourselves. We are not gurus upon a stage unless that's our calling. We are of this world, be of this world, embodied, not separate, not apart, but interested, very interested, engaged, amazed, bewildered, grief-stricken, elated, angry. Be everything, be it all. Honor your emotions, but also let go of needing to call it anything or needing to know, demanding to know from the universe where it's going, what our options are. Let it all go and be here. Look. Don't need to analyze, define, name call. Open more, open bigger, breathe, breathe. Look at the images. Be in it yourself if you want. Be part of all of it. You are anyway. Be it. Invite others to walk with you. Don't assume ever that you know where another soul is trying to lead them, but do hold doors open to share and understand each other. This is the hardest calling for any of us, and it is coming crashing into reality right now. We need to take a new look at ourselves, at every other being we ever encounter, to make no assumptions whatsoever through our associative mind, trying to associate what I'm seeing in you by what I've seen in others before. What feels similar, and now I know who you are. And I may not like you because you remind me of somebody that hurt me. And on and on and on and on. Or I will like you because you look like my mom. We need to drop judging, needing to live in the associative mind as much as we can. We need some of it. But most of it is much lower level thinking. We make assumptions, and then we get stuck in the assumptions that we never get out of it. We will never evolve if we keep going like this. So hit the refresh button and hit it again and again and again until the cobwebs clear out of your mind and you can actually open your eyes and you can actually see and feel a fresh feeling, a new feeling. That before you ever judge someone, as the saying goes, you'll know you need to walk a mile in their shoes. Otherwise, leave it alone until you can come out of your own stuff enough to actually open your eyes and your heart, your being, your body, so that your physical being can feel what another person is feeling without taking it on yourself. We only take stuff on from other people when we have unhealed damage in our emotions ourselves. It's probably the subject of another day. I hope that you choose the path of spirit now and unchoose the path of rage and opinions. There is no machine to rage against except the machine in your mind that comes out of a victim mentality that has been nurtured in the human race since the beginning of time. Let us claim the divinity within us, that whatever God is to us walks with us and within us. Let's be responsible to that. And let's all find each other and invite the rest of the world to come along. Thank you for receiving this stream of consciousness. Thank you for being with me today. I wish you a beautiful journey on this path of spirit, a journey of self-discovery and discovery of the divine. See you next Wednesday. All my love to you. Farewell.